Well,
That's how she starts them all.
if you want to start it.
It's just it's a very Muppet way to start it.
I'm not super
Yeah.
excited. Welcome back to season 2, episode 2. We got Champagne Sunday in
Heck
the
yeah.
house. We are Tacoma Rendezvous. We are here to celebrate all things small businesses, musicians, artists. So it's so amazing to have you guys on our show. And this is my lovely co-pilot, Cassie.
And this is my lovely co-pilot, Amber Slamber.
Nice.
The only one who gets to call me.
Okay. No.
No, if you guys do.
That's not on your birth certificate.
No, it should be though. It's like Champagne Sunday is so good to. Oh man, when we first started this and like had the idea, we wanted you on the show. This, like, you were already the first. Like,
I remember you telling me about this idea when you came and saw us in here, like we were in Lakewood.
Yeah, you were at the Lake City.
Oh, yeah, Lake City Pub.
Yeah.
Yes, and you came up. You're like, wait, I just started this really cool thing, and we want you on it. I was like, okay, just let us know. And it's like it's awesome. It worked out.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it really has worked out. And
Mhm.
so it was great. I've been wanting you guys on, and so that's amazing that we get to have you. So shout out to y'all. Um, if you are just tuning in for the first time, we are Tacoma Rendezvous, so please like, subscribe to our channel. We would love it. We're trying to get monetized. And to start off our segment, we are going to do 6 degrees of Tacoma. And it starts with how we know each other.
Mhm.
And I started like this segment based on 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Of course, yeah. Yeah.
So like a play on that.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, because everybody knows everybody.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh,
We
it's
said that
so
when we moved here. It's
crazy.
a big city with a small town feel.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can do like 2 degrees of separation.
Probably. Yeah.
More than
Yeah.
I mean, crazy how we met. I
Mhm.
mean, so I loved it because I met you guys through the burlesque Gritty City Sirens
Mhm.
audition.
Mhm.
And I just remember you guys like I entered and I was early and you guys were there and you guys hadn't performed or like auditioned yet. And I think you auditioned after me, so I had to stay and like watch you guys or whatever, but it was awesome.
Mhm.
But I just remember I had practiced this song for like 5 hours of dance routine and I was watching my boys as well. So football was going on in the background. So I'm like, got this like song and it's Saving All My Love for You by Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah.
I remember you had daisies on your knickers or something.
Yeah, it was like big old flower on my crotch area.
Yeah.
It was great. I was, I was saving my flower for somebody. But I just remember you guys were such a vibe. And you guys were just chilling on the bench all like nonchalant and just like waiting, just like, yeah. And like everybody, every time that somebody came in, you guys were just like it was just like
We had
this
our
head
game
nod,
faces on.
you
We're
know?
ready.
I loved
We just
it.
didn't know
Yeah.
anyone, so we're like,
Yeah.
oh, how are you?
Yeah. Yeah. We didn't know anybody. I mean, I remember, and so that's a cool way to connect us because when we first came here, before we were even living here, we were touring from Southern California because I have family in the area.
Yeah.
My dad lives here, so we came here. We were booked a gig with Star Anna and the Laughing Dogs. This was a band up in Chelan. And we had one gig booked, and then we were playing at one more gig at the old Mexican restaurant called La Fondita. Proctor. Everybody loved that place. Like everyone loved that place. Well, so my brother's birthday, it was like his
Yeah.
24th birthday or 27. I don't know. It was, so they were like, "Can you just come play this?" And so we did. Those were our two gigs that we booked, and we were on tour right? With one gig in Chelan, one gig at the Mexican restaurant. Anyway, so we ended up like coming up here and just kind of like getting stuck because we just had no
Kind of ran
money.
out of money.
And so we were like playing all these pickup gigs and whatnot. And I was walking our dog at a dog park and I ran into and met
Yeah.
yeah, you were there too.
Mhm.
Polly,
Polly.
Polly Pucker Up, Amy,
Oh,
right?
sweet.
Yeah. And so we started chatting and she was like, oh my God, you should come out.
She's like, "Are you guys the band?"
Yeah, we're like, yeah. And she goes,
So
I've seen your poster
she's
all
like,
over
"That's her
town.
poster, yeah."
So we would just do this sort of like guerrilla marketing where we would go all over town and just put posters everywhere. Even
Love
if we
it.
weren't playing, it was just like check out Champagne Sunday. Come, like look, here we are, and
People have to eat.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so we start chatting and she goes, she's like, why don't you come to top of Tacoma and have drinks with us? I'm meeting my friend Johanna there. And I
Oh,
mean this,
Johanna Mama.
yeah, so this was back in 2009.
Yeah, right around Christmas.
Yes. So I went there and they had this conversation I will never forget. They were like, we are thinking about starting a burlesque troupe. And they were like, are you gonna be in town? Are you moving here? I was like, no, this sounds literally so epic. I would love to be part of this, but we're just the band and um we're not planning on staying here. Well, little did I know that we would end up moving here. And then
That's so
in
crazy.
Yeah,
2000,
goal of
what was
Tacoma,
it?
just
2016, I think is
yeah.
when we auditioned for the
Mhm.
No,
Sirens.
well, it was
Was it?
2013. You know how I know? Because that's the year that the Seahawks went to the Super Bowl.
Yes.
So it was like
Oh, yeah.
2013, 2014.
Oh, right, it was right. You're right because Rudy had been, yeah, and
He
then
was already
yeah, he was already born. Yeah, 2014. The Hawks were. Oh yeah, that was a good year for them.
really.
So good.
So yeah, and it all came full circle. And I wrote to Johanna. I was like, "Well, we've never done burlesque," and she's like, okay, but you know what? You've been on stage your whole life. Just get down to the dance studio and just sing something." I was like, "Well, what should we do?" She's like, "Literally anything. Sing anything you want. Do whatever you think burlesque is for you." And so we did an original piece, and then afterwards, everybody was just like, um, "What?"
Right.
And
It was like mind blowing.
it was so
It
cool,
was
and
so
it
mind
was
blowing.
really neat to find another
Avenue.
another part of Tacoma to lock into that was in this sort of like more adult realm and stuff. Because a lot of
Right.
times Champagne Sunday gets associated with like super super family friendly stuff, which I love because we really can cross over all kinds of different
Right.
age brackets and genres and whatnot. But every once in a while, we want to like shake our tail feathers, if you know what I'm
Right.
saying.
Be a little bit
So
more
like
adult.
becoming part, and
Oh,
it
adulting.
was after we'd seen
Oz.
the Oz.
So Oz.
And weren't you in that version of
Yes.
Oz? You were a Poppy,
Both,
right? Yes.
both times.
So I had
No, I was
seen
a munchkin.
oh Munchkin, that's right.
The first
We're in the Lollipop Guild.
munchkin. I was actually a brunette.
Oh,
Oh, right, right.
Yeah.
So, because I remember
I've
seeing
changed my
you,
hair color
that
so
I
many
saw
times.
you at the audition. So that's how we're connected. And then we just
Mhm.
became like, we just stayed
Yeah.
like friends and through all these different like siren stuff. And then you started coming to Champagne Sunday things.
Hell
And
yeah.
it was, hell yeah. And you're wearing the merch. You look so cute. I love it. Yeah. So I think that's how we're connected.
Yeah.
That's, I'm sure there's maybe other ways
Oh
for
gosh.
other musicians, other people, but that's the big, that's like 1 degree separation.
Shoot. And we've watched our kids grow up together pretty much.
So we were talking. I have to be quiet about this. Oh,
no worries.
well, it's okay. He won't mind. I was like, remember, this is the woman who had the daughter that you really connected with. And he's like, I don't remember. I said, Rowan, the piano player, Drew, like, was a really cool artist, anime stuff. He's like, oh yeah. So you maybe you had a crush on her. I don't know. Maybe he's like, yeah. This was really cute. It was really sweet. That's neat
It's adorable.
to have kids like growing up, and same with like
Yeah.
Johanna's and Amy's. All the babies are
Oh
like
my gosh, it's so
actual.
amazing.
They could all go start their own band.
Shoot. Exactly. I just remember I have like a time lapse really of the time that Rowan saw you guys play your first it was like in Luigi's, like her first time that she's like,
Oh, Luigi's.
Luigi's.
Yes.
Luigi's, aka Luigi. Yep.
Wow, that was a long. God, she was really young.
she was 5.
Yeah, I was gonna say 4 or 5. Wow.
Yeah. And then I have a picture of like I think it was she had brown hair in the picture. I just remember that. Like blonde in the first one and then brown hair.
Mhm.
And I mean like I think she was like 13 or 14.
At Spanish Ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was no. Actually, it was at Alma Mater.
Oh.
Yes, I do
For
remember that.
it was very intimate.
It was a super, and we re-released a record.
Yes.
It was a 10-year anniversary of a record.
Beautiful.
It was a really
Yes.
neat show.
Actually, holy shit, that even makes it even crazier.
Yeah, that's just wild.
Yeah.
And then you guys came back again and saw us at Spanish Ballroom, where Rudy sang with us. That's what she and Rudy. She was like, "Oh, you sing really well," and he was like, "Oh, thank you." It was really cute.
That's so tough. That is so awesome. And then I think Cassie, you have a story about how you know Champagne Sunday. What's your connection?
It's been years. I know that I know definitely through you, but I've been to several different places where you guys have played like throughout the years,
Okay.
and um just really enjoyed the music, and especially because I've known um Amber and Johanna, amongst some other people kind of related to that circle, connected to that circle for quite some time.
Yeah.
So just kind of throughout the years, it's always been a pleasure to go ahead and check you guys out and, take that in and sing along as
Yeah.
applicable. And
Yeah. Thank you. That's
uh,
awesome.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I love that Lake City pub.
Yes.
It was good. Uh but I had realized I was like, not a lot of people are aware that you guys actually tell a story before the song. But we'll get there. I just segues.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I love that. I love that.
What was the connection between you guys? You said you had an interesting.
Oh yeah, no, our connection is through the mix.
Mm.
Johanna, I guess I could say her name, Allegra, and Amy, I mean Ebony as well.
Ebony,
Like
yeah.
so it's like we
That's
knew
great.
all of us hung out together at the mix because Allegra worked there, Johanna worked there at the time.
Mhm.
And it was just like a vibe, So we did karaoke.
Nice.
I met her because I think Allegra was working and Ebony was hanging out with, I think John and her had just started like dating.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Way back.
yeah. No, we've been friends
Wow.
for a minute.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Absolutely.
So
Those were some hardcore party days. When we first came
Oh,
to this town, like
for real.
we played a gig at Jazz Bones, and Dano was just working there. Dano and Jess were both working there, and they
Yeah.
were so kind to like let us park our RV at their house,
Just
plug in, and I mean, we partied all night. There was just so much. I remember having the most epic like hard rock metal. Just was it Steel Panther with
Oh.
Jess and in her kitchen, like just screaming
into Bon Jovi.
hard.
Stop it. I love
It
it.
was so fun, and Jared and I were just. I mean, it's not even like our genre of music that we
Right.
even listen to, but it was the idea of being so loved and so welcomed
A community.
by good people, and it's amazing to still. I mean, here now we're all these years later. Dano and Jess, have the Airport Tavern, have the
Yeah.
biggest and most successful music festival in Tacoma with Reggae on the Way,
For
and
real,
yet
for
they
real.
like there's still that really caring, just like looking out for each other. Like, hey, I know that our mutual friend Heather Hostility, right?
Yes.
And she just was like, I need extra money. And of course, Dano and Jess immediately like, anytime you need to work here, you want to pick up some shifts, we got you. And there's something that's really, really different.
Yeah.
That is to me, that's why Jared and I moved to this town. We could have moved anywhere in the whole country. We traveled everywhere. We went to different cities. We saw so many different things. We had friends all over the place. But whenever we were in Tacoma, we were just like, man, this is a city full of open arms.
Yeah.
Super.
Right? Where they're, and you know what? And
So
it's like,
much.
but we're like all siblings because there's like shit talk and people kind of get mad and there's like people get all fucking fired up. "Ugh, I don't like them right now." And then like next week, like, oh my God, I love them. I would die for
Right.
them. But that's
So great.
it's a sibling. That's how siblings are, right?
Yeah.
Where they're
Bro.
just like, yeah, shut up. I'm pushing this in the toilet. And then like,
Yeah.
but somebody else talks about him. It's like, what did you just say? I'll kill you. You know what I mean? And it's that kind of
That
dirty
loyalty.
fingernail kind of like, I'm just,
Don't
like,
fuck with my people.
yeah.
I graduated from college right into the Hell's Kitchen scene in
Oh.
2006. And yeah.
Wow.
Super. She loved it.
Yeah. We've seen a guy that owned that place. The guy with the long, really long beard. It's in,
Flash?
is that his name? I don't know.
I
He's
guess it is Josh.
where did we
Flash.
see him?
Flash. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Flash.
I think
Just saw him. Yeah, it was at a gig. No, it wasn't at a gig.
Yeah, we were singing something. Anyway,
But
but he was like, yeah, I owned it, and he's like, then I moved. Oh, he moved to Kentucky.
oh wow.
Crazy.
Yeah, 'cause in my last semester of college, because of some connections and hanging out with them at Hell's Kitchen, I got to interview 3 Inches of Blood.
Nice.
And that was pretty fun. So
Oh, cool.
yeah.
I met them a little bit before that. This guy who was part of this Pivotal Rage like online zine, which were the kind of music review deals in the mid aughts. Young kid, young freshman, talked to him first, and then I said, "Hey, you have any desire to come back?" And so we talked, and it's one of those things where we always met up and had drinks or whatnot when they were in town and things along like that.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's been a minute. They were just at the airport, and I missed them. But it is what
Oh,
it is.
dang.
Yeah, and it's what it is.
I feel you. Shit. Chia. All right, let's move on to the next segment because that took like.
Sorry.
No.
We got excited. We all got excited. We're like, Tacoma.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good
Because
to
we do
engage.
this all the time.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
always happens every episode
Yeah.
we have with everybody. And by the way, you are the second male on our show. Congratulations.
Yay. Who was the other one? Forrest Buchel?
Kingston,
Oh.
My husband.
her
Oh.
husband.
Oh, okay.
My husband, the cook.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, he made like
Bruschetta.
bruschetta,
Yeah.
and then I made a charcuterie board, and we just like did a whole summer
Oh, fun.
thing.
I love
with
that.
wine and cheese and all.
Perfect.
Yeah, that was an awful episode for me because I was like,
You're just eating the whole time.
it's like
Here's
yeah. But so we are gonna do our shout outs. I'm shouting out Ebony for a wonderful sunset sips for her birthday and aka last end of summer bash. It was amazing. It was a total vibe at the Hidden Beach. We were actually some of the party goers there. Actually, there was these teenagers over the other side,
Well, there were more of them pouring
and
through from the
and
opposite direction later on.
and they were coming over to get pizza. Ebony was letting them get pizza. She
Oh.
was like, "You got to go back over."
Yeah, like you can't hang out with us. Please eat our food, but
eat,
don't
so
stay
you
here.
don't,
Yeah.
like, puke and get
Yes.
crazy.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Right. So, but I was like, they can't compete with what we got.
No.
They had like this little small bonfire, like all their friends.
That's
and
cool,
stuff,
though.
But they were totally like dancing to our DJs and like wanting the fire, and it was like,
You can't have the. You can have the
you
pizza.
can have the pizza,
Not the.
yeah, not the fire.
It's funny. It's cool.
But it was cool. So shout out Ebony for that. It was spectacular. I
Mhm.
definitely am going next year.
Oh, I love
I
that.
don't know why I missed so many. Like, I'm gonna be real.
Yeah, nice.
Next time I wish I had like a golf cart to take
You could probably rent
people
one. Yeah.
take people back and forth.
Oh my God, that's funny. Awesome.
Where'd you park? Sprinkler park. Okay, got you.
Let's go.
Tennis court. Okay, got you. You
Hilarious.
park by the bar. That's too far.
You're walking.
Sorry. I have my limits. And you guys have a shout out too.
Our friends, also singer-songwriter friends, Walker Sherman and Angie Lynn. They are both respectively incredible singer-songwriters doing their own things, solo projects and whatnot. Walker actually is doing some drumming with us. And
That's
we're
awesome.
touring down to California in October, so I'm excited about that. Obviously, Angie you've seen her around. She sang backup with us many, many times.
Nice.
She used to call herself the harmonizer because she sang harmony with so many acts, and she literally has. Some people are just incredible singers, but it that doesn't make you a good harmonizer, right?
No.
And she has just got it, and there's just her real talent, in my opinion, is being able to sort of seamlessly blend with whomever she's singing with, which is really pretty wild. Like, because so many voices are so different, especially lead voices,
Yeah.
But she can just sort of like support in the background in a really cool way. Well, anyway, so she and Walker have started their own project called Lynn and Sherman. Her last name is Lynn, his is Sherman, and
That's awesome.
yeah, and they kind of play together, and
Playing tomorrow at Rimbert Illustrations.
it's in
Okay.
Bremerton.
Bremerton. It's a little
It's
art
like a little
studio.
art studio there.
Okay.
Spot.
We
We
played there
once.
about maybe a year or so ago. That was neat.
Yeah.
And then they're playing again on Saturday. So they do a
At
lot.
the mill.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the Mill and Milton. And so it's neat to just see people out there like fighting for art, fighting for original music. They do some covers
real, for
also,
real.
but like, it's just we're gonna shout out to them.
Yeah,
So yeah,
no, and
it's
that's what Tacoma
yeah,
Rendezvous is really all
yeah,
about. Is we want to see original artists,
yeah,
musicians
yep,
that have something that nobody else has.
yeah,
And that's why I thought of you
mm,
instantly. It was
yeah,
like our promo video that we like had
hmm
for uh the first episode. So we like did this little video, and she's on the couch, and I come up behind, and she goes, "Do you hear me?" And I like pop my head up.
So
And I
like
got this shirt on.
like this flip over the couch.
And then she says it again. And then I do. I flip over the couch.
People are like, "What is happening?" All right, I'm watching.
For real. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's just a catch,
yeah.
So, but yeah,
I like the idea of just like talking about the connection between all the different artists and whatnot. So that's
definitely,
really cool.
definitely, like, I'm definitely looking forward to having you guys on again as well,
Sure.
because, like, I mean, that's what we want.
Mhm.
And hopefully by this point, we'll be in a different setting. We've already talked about how we want to like change things up and maybe,
Mhm.
make sure we have better lighting or camera
Sure.
actions,
Well, everybody
so
starts somewhere. I mean,
hey,
it can't be.
hey,
Yeah.
I think we've done pretty well. I
Mhm.
mean, as far as the months that we've been, I think our biggest episode was the alpaca, like my one of my friends that I knew in middle school, like I still know him. He's part of the Cottonwood Cut Ups. And his mom I've known forever, obviously, because we all grew up together. So like I was raiding her kitchen at the age of 13.
Yeah. Do you have any snacks?
Right,
Yeah.
right. Every time like there's instruments all over the place, like she was always condoning, like they should, yes, go, do
Mhm.
your stuff. Um Oh, no, condoning is not the word. Anyway,
Promoting.
promoting.
Or,
Yes.
or
Thank you.
Encourage.
Or encouraging.
Encouraging,
There
yeah.
it is. There it is, guys.
we
Encouraging.
got to it together.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
I know, right? Who's your shout out?
Yeah.
Mine,
We digress.
I was like, no, I'm like,
Okay.
okay, no, just kidding.
Right. No, it's good.
so I had two people that were a significant part of my life a couple years ago from this time, unfortunately pass on. And they are just missed, but also I just think very fondly of them around this time of year. One is my friend Jacob. When I lived in North Slope neighborhood in Tacoma, in the late aughts to the mid like 2010s, we would make a point of meeting up and doing like this walk or this kind of jog from our houses down to downtown, like PSP, the mix, like that whole area. And sometimes even further up the hill, like sometimes like 11:11 or 10:22. And so we would go and just kind of do this crawl or this like jog to all these places and stop in and say hi to people and then go to another place or whatnot and then oftentimes walk back. Sometimes we'd take a cab back, but
Depending upon how.
How the stops went.
Right.
yeah. And he was just definitely like there for me. And we were at one point like I'm still close with his sister, and she's like, Jacob was very much gay, and when we first all went to dinner together with like his whole family, Heather was like, I thought that he was gonna do like a reverse coming out of the closet because he definitely gay, but he seemed almost like he almost seemed in love with you. Like,
Oh, oh, that's so funny. You guys were so close.
Dang.
They
yeah,
thought he was going to be like,
I mean, you guys
just
did know each
kidding.
other. Right. I
Right.
mean, you guys did know each other really well.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
He insisted he was technically older than me, but he wanted to be my little brother, so I let him do that.
Mm.
And then Say was my hair stylist for a while, and she was just a really open person and just told it like it is, and she'd been through it. Like
Yeah.
she'd totally been through it. Um, she had kind of a Natasha Leone vibe to her.
Oh, neat.
Okay.
And I told her that towards the end of towards right before she left, and she loved that.
Mm.
And then she also suddenly passed a couple of months after Jacob. And that's when things kind of I feel like that's kind of when I started to go into sort of a stage, and it's waning finally, but it's been kind of a period of time where it was just like, wow, like I kind of just grief is weird. Like grief
No,
is just really
grief.
weird.
Grief. I don't think you ever get over grief. Let's be real.
Yeah.
You just learn how to deal with it,
Yeah. So
but you don't get over it. It's like, I mean, there are certain people that it's just like yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
They passed yesterday and I'm
Yeah,
bawling my
right.
eyes out for
Right.
them, you know? So it's like grief.
I wonder too, like, what am I
Don't go away.
supposed to take from this? Like, you losing two friends so close together. Like,
yeah,
what am I supposed to be
yeah, exactly.
learning from this or grow?
And then I had a weird thing that happened associated
Right.
with somebody I didn't even know. That's a whole
Mm.
other story, but
Mhm.
um we had mutual connections, and I had like knew some things about one of his friends slash coworkers that I also don't know really well, but there are some things that I randomly have like I don't know. It's a whole other rabbit hole. But
Mhm.
um there are actually some mutual connections I found out later, but there was someone who passed on that same year. And I knew about it before it was announced, and
Oh.
that freaked me the fuck out, to be
Mhm.
quite
Yeah.
and I'm still kind of processing that a
Wow.
year later. It happened, yeah. Like I had this feeling, and I had it was a dream it was like a half asleep sort of lucid deal, and then I turned on the channel where that person was part of uh that show or the show or that station, and sure enough, and I'm like, oh, what? And this is not supposed to be some sensational Sixth Sense BS, but this is what?
Yeah.
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 Just an
Yeah.
constant experience. I
So
mean,
yeah,
really.
those all kind of happened within months of each other. So yeah. But anywho's, the shout out was to Say and Jacob, and just love them and see them on the other side.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
Grief is it's like a
Yeah.
hole that suddenly just opens up in your backyard.
Yeah.
And, it's easy to fall into at first.
Because you're used to walking around without having to worry.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, there it is, open.
It's not the hole goes away, but you do learn how to kind of walk around it.
Mhm.
And it's
Yeah.
just
It's true.
part of your life.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta sit in it.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
Yeah.
you just even if it's like 10, 20 years down the line, you still sit in that.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's what I say, and that's how you like get past all that.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let's get out of the
Let's get out of
climb
there.
out of the hole.
Climb out of the hole.
get out of the somber. All right, so we've got some upcoming events that we'd like to share with y'all. Champagne Sunday, I know that you have an event coming up at the Tacoma Art Museum
Hey, tomorrow.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
the 19th. It's at 9:30. And you also have a couple of other events going on this weekend, correct?
We're playing Saturday down in Canal.
Okay.
Yeah, and we were gonna go on later, but I think we're on like a four. It's their last big kind of like end of summer. Like they're really stretching it out to that very last
Right.
second of
Right.
sunshine.
Right.
And so we're gonna do that. I think there's maybe 3 acts performing.
I don't know. It's hard to say because I can't find much about it online that talks about any of the
It's
other acts.
very exclusive.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yes, I'm not sure.
No, there's
No, it's not.
yeah, it's very exclusive. But so we're doing that, and then
Following weekend.
we're back at Jazz Bones, which Jazz Bones, man, we were just there today, and it's like it looks like
A different vibe.
it's all black,
It's so
and
different.
and like I'm just like, is it still open? Like I don't.
Right.
I get it. I understand. Like a new owner has come in. I think this is an owner that is not Tacoma based.
I
Oh.
don't think so.
So I don't
Mm.
know. I don't know much about it. All I do know is that this act was booked before the changeover.
Oh boy.
It's us and it's an evening of duos called Dawn to Dusk. So it's going to
I
be
love it.
us and Friends Wicked Paradox, which
I mean,
is
I ain't mad at this.
it's
No.
Megan Story and Ray Hayden.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
and they're kind of cool. They do more like kind of ballady rock kind of
She does
stuff.
some Alice in Chains covers.
Yeah, classic rock covers and stuff like that. And then I guess
Chains is classic rock, isn't it?
Alice in Chains.
Wow.
It is classic
It's okay.
right now.
It's okay, honey.
Considered.
Oh my God, I know. Our son is like, guys, I just discovered Soundgarden. And Jared just like starts crying. Like Jared is crying, like, oh, I love you so much, son. It's passing the torch. Yeah.
So glad.
Yeah, last week he discovered Radiohead. Now he's onto Soundgarden. I'm just like, this is so
I can't
good.
wait till he discovers their when they do things solo and raw.
Yeah.
Because Chris Cornell
Oh, yeah.
did
Songbook.
that Sinead O'Connor song.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Nothing
yeah.
compares. Or
Yeah, nothing
Goose
compares.
Goose chills every
know.
time I hear that
It's
song.
so good.
Every time.
Right.
So kudos.
Yeah, he's got really great
Kudos to
musical
them.
taste. So but that's really fun. Anyway, so yeah, this band, they're mix of covers and originals, and then it was their show, and they invited us in to perform
I love
as well
Okay.
because they were like, oh, this is another strong Tacoma duo, and we're like very opposite of them as far as our genre, our look, everything is just different.
Okay.
So it's going to be kind of cool just having that,
that contrast.
Yeah.
Brings a whole new meaning
yeah.
to duo.
And I hope that we can sell some tickets to it because it's tough watching these sort of pillars of the Tacoma music scene
Start to weather.
really struggle.
Yeah.
What happened with Alma. I understand that we don't even need to get into all the politics behind everything.
No.
Right.
But the bottom line is, regardless of all of it, the artists are really suffering because there's not a lot of places to play.
They're picky.
They keep
Some people are
dwindling.
very
Right. And
picky.
it's like this community should have several venues because there's so many artists.
For real.
So many artists.
Thank you.
I was saying to Dano, what I love about it is that there's an unlimited amount of artists and an unlimited amount of ears
Yeah.
to listen to them.
For real.
Because the tastes in Tacoma are super eclectic. We have friends who love us, but they're like metalheads.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're like, but we just think you're so funny and cool and your stories and all this, right? And we're like, why are you, what, and they come in like spikes and like,
Yeah.
like dermal implants and shit. They're like, yeah, Shepherd Sunday. We're like, but
Like, let's get
right,
dressed up.
yeah. But it's so cool. This town, right? This town is like, that is what it is.
We are eclectic.
But it's
Mhm.
wild to me that the venues they're just, it's like just struggling so
Yeah.
bad to stay afloat. And I don't know.
I mean,
So-
that's why I love Dano with the
Yeah.
Airport Tavern opening up that hall that he did. It was
Yeah.
amazing in
Yeah.
there. I saw the Rusty Cleavers.
Yeah. That's where
CD
we did our
release
CD
party.
release as well. Yeah. And
yeah, exactly.
it's so cool, and I love what he's doing, but it can't be the only venue, right? I mean,
Right.
No.
He can only
book
do
so much.
many.
And
And he's got it lined up for even artists like Clinton Farron.
right.
And I mean,
And then
to
how
be
much
honest,
does
like
he-
Barry Levington?
Yeah, and like yeah. And he can't do it all. So other owners need to step up and really start
For real.
trying to help the
'Cause I mean, Real Art Tacoma really was big in the 2010 to 2020.
Yeah.
And it fell off, and then it came back, and it's not as strong. I don't know who they're booking right now.
Yeah, I don't
And
know.
so it's like it's hard
Lot
for
of
me
tribute
to
bands
like.
There's just, and that's the other
Yeah.
thing that's frustrating is that the artists that are working to do original stuff, they are getting pushed aside for the big money making acts, right? Because the people like,
Right.
oh, we want to see the Beatles tribute, we want to see Fleetwood Mac tribute because they know the songs, they love the songs, and I get that, but
Yeah.
to me, I feel like, why don't you use those to fund the original artists that need to be, how else are we
Right.
going to keep a thriving music scene? And I
Talking
just,
about love language, girl.
and I,
That's
yeah,
made this shit.
yeah, and I feel like that is that's the thing that's lacking right now in our city. It's just the venues that really coming out and being strong supporters of, but they're trying. It just is not money making. So then you go, well,
Right.
then where are the fans? Where's the
Right.
audiences?
Right, but we also need people who are promoting it because you can only do so much. As
Oh my God!
musicians
And on
sometimes.
social medias, and we
That's
we
why-
have our own
That's
social
why
media
we
manager.
wanna,
Yes,
we
this
wanna
kind of thing.
have
Yes,
this.
the venues need to be doing it too. They'll be like,
They do. They
what do
need
we-
to have promoters saying,
Right.
"Hey, come into the show."
yes, and constantly stuff. And what Dano's got going, he's got like the video screen out front, and
Right.
he's putting stuff out on socials and doing as much as
Right.
he can. But even
He
then,
even has emails.
you just get
Like,
so
I get
inundated,
emails.
right? And you're just kind of like, at the end of your day,
You're
you
so
find out there's
stimulus
40
for
different
that.
things I can go do, and you're kind of
Right.
like, so how do you cut through the noise and make something, make a name, make a splash? I don't know. I don't have any answers.
I mean, I think that's why he did do, Reggae on the Way
Oh yeah,
because of that.
and then he can
But,
use
like,
that to
I
fund.
think we should do local artists, like a local musician festival.
Well, I agree with that.
I think we got Porch Fest, which is a
Yes.
That's
It's
cool.
cool.
But then with the
it's
new thing down at the dunes, they should use that space down at the Ruston, the Dune Peninsula
I
to
like
put on
that.
one, I think one huge music festival a year that features all local acts, like
Thank
all.
you. Not even ones from Seattle.
No.
Like
Tacoma
all
has enough.
Tacoma.
Tacoma has
We
enough.
do.
You could literally
Absolutely.
you could do
Even
a
from
Friday.
hip-hop
You
to,
do. You
like,
could do a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and you could do Friday.
metal.
Friday could be all like singer songwriter or whatever.
Yeah.
Saturday could be like rock and
Punk.
and Sunday could be like metal or
We
a
gotta have
rap
rap in
or
there.
exactly
Yeah.
rap, hip hop. I mean, you
Hell
could
yeah.
seriously you could split it into genres and have a full 3 or 4 day music festival in the summer of only local,
Yeah.
I
and you
love
would
this.
sell it out every night.
Yep.
All right. So to be continued.
When is that happening?
We'll be talking about that. I love that shit. So and then Cassie, you had a event that you wanted to talk about as well this weekend, right?
Oh yeah. There's Live It Out Loud. Speaking
Yeah.
of with
Yeah.
Real at Tacoma on
Mhm.
Sunday.
Mhm.
And there are several bands of young people playing. Kind of a lot of it kind of focusing on sort of different genres, but I think kind of rock
Yeah.
oriented, like hard
That's
rock
like the Live
oriented.
Out Loud program through Ted Brown,
Yeah, Live
right?
Out Loud. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
And it's kind of the School of Rock theory,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yes.
So cool. I think I've had a couple of friends actually be mentors for bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My friend
her
Timmy
yeah.
from
Okay.
Long Duster is a mentor.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you guys actually you and Lung Duster were in the same building for the Washington Music Awards.
Yeah,
Oh,
you were.
Spanish Ballroom.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. You know what is so funny about that night? I just have to tell you.
Okay.
So our son was in a musical,
Okay.
and we wanted to go see him, and it was that night, and we had been contacted by the guy putting all the music together for that awards show.
Yeah.
And he was like, I need 20 minutes from you. I need a 20-minute set. I'm like, you got it, buddy. And so we were supposed to play right when our son was going on stage. And I was like, we can't play till 5. I mean, we can't play unless we play the 5 o'clock slot. So he kind of did a little bit of juggling, which I am so grateful for, because I'm telling you right now, we played for 20 minutes. And here was the thing about how special that was. We finally were in a space with all of these musicians that have heard of who we are, but never seen us.
Right.
And so there we got on stage, played 5 songs, and literally ran out of the theater. Like ran out. We didn't stay to talk. We didn't schmooze anyone. We didn't pass out one business
like,
card.
next year, bye.
I know. I mean it. It was so. We literally packed up and ran out and got to our son's show like as curtain was opening, right? And and it was so
That's
funny.
That's
amazing.
It's like these like
fantastic.
kids performing, and we walk in, and I mean, I was wearing a full velvet bodysuit with like shoulder pads made of human hair. Okay. And this is how we go see our son. Of course, he doesn't even care. To him, it's like, whatever. That's just what
It's
you
normal.
look like.
That's just mom.
Yeah. And we made the show. But then because of that exposure, that got us like 6 gigs from those 5 songs and got us connected with so many of our like musical siblings, because
I love
they're
that.
like, oh, now we know who Champagne Sunday is,
Yes.
what Champagne, and now we get it. Now we get it. And we're like,
I love that.
okay. And I just thought, well, and I didn't even know Washington, like, or they had like a Washington Awards program. I didn't know anything about any of that.
I
was like,
you guys
okay,
like,
yeah.
hey, we're going to this. And then Cassie was like, yeah, Love Duster's performing too.
So funny.
And
That's
so it
so
was
funny.
like so amazing
Yeah,
to
yeah.
have 2 artists that are, musicians
Mhm.
that are
Doing
people
it,
that have
working,
done
and
it.
yeah.
Like I've seen you guys perform
Yeah.
and just get yourselves out there.
Yeah.
It's just I wanted to cover it like I was like red carpet and shit.
You know, right?
It's an eye.
Who are you wearing tonight?
Yeah.
You know? I'm wearing a Velouvelage special.
Jordan.
The Velouvelage. Jordan.
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm wearing kimono one of you, Leia.
Yeah,
It's a
so that
new
was fun.
Hawaiian brand.
Yeah, it was a really fun night, a really special night. Yeah. I wish that we'd gotten to stay and
I know.
like schmooze and visit and all that, but
Hey, I mean,
right.
it's annual, so
I know.
Yeah.
Maybe
it's
next year.
year.
Sure.
That's what I'm saying,
Sure.
unless Rudy's in another
I know,
play and
right?
or AKA
Yeah.
musical or whatever.
And you get it because there's a certain time frame as parents where we kind of put some things on
Right.
hold so that we
Yeah.
could make sure that we're there for these really special moments.
Right.
Rudyard just got the lead in a musical at the Tacoma Musical Playhouse, and we're kind of like, okay, we're going out of town these days, but make sure we're home and
Right. To get those
to
time
those
the time
because
in.
you'll never get it back.
You're not
Right.
ever gonna get it back.
Yeah.
And it's
So
such a precious time.
yeah.
So precious.
Yeah.
So precious. Oh, I love that so much. So a couple more, okay, so one more segment that we talk about is, um, sorry, excuse me,
Mhm.
what music is, or musician is inspiring you the most right now?
That's right at me, isn't it? Um,
We've been listening to a lot of John Craigie. He's a folk
Okay.
artist out of
Yeah.
Portland.
Okay.
He's a very heavy storyteller like we are. So our favorite record of his right now, we haven't listened to the newest one. Anyway, okay, there's like a lot of, but it's live. It's a live.
Opening for Steinbeck.
It's called Opening for Steinbeck, and it's a
Okay.
live record. And it will just shake you up because he's hilarious, but his songs are so poignant.
He had the song called Tacoma.
He does. He has a song
Oh,
called
yeah.
Tacoma, and it's beautiful and it's sad. Um, but there's a line in one of his songs that really sums up why we connect with him. And he's talking about how fortunate we are as musicians because he
Mhm.
goes, I used to push grocery carts
No, he
in
said
from
my
from
other
the
job was cleaning up parking lots.
cleaning parking lots. And he
Picking up
goes,
trash from the
and he
park.
goes, do you know how many people came to see me clean up trash from a parking lot? Zero.
My draw
So
was zero.
he's like, my draw
Yeah.
was zero. So if I'm performing my own music on a stage, even if one person shows up, that's better than my odds cleaning up
At least
trash
they
from a
let me play
parking.
guitar.
At least they let me play.
Okay.
So that's just the kind of the crux. And then he says, listen, as a musician, like some days it's the gorge. Some
Mhm.
days it's the garage. Just get over yourself and do your goddamn job.
Yeah,
And I
fear.
love that
It's
because it's like
fear.
so many people complain. You will hear complaining more than you ever will celebrating out of a lot of these artists' mouths. And I get it because
Right.
it is not easy. We just talked about venues
Right.
not supporting. A lot of fans, they'll say they love you, but are they coming out to shows?
Right.
Not because it's hard to say, I'm going to pay $20 to go see these guys when I know I could see them for free at this other venue next weekend or tomorrow night, whatever. So
Real true.
it isn't easy. We get that. But
Yeah.
at the same time, you want to go be a caterer? You want to be a bartender? What do you want to do?
And
No.
you're gonna go see them.
Right. Like you get to play music. You get to. And
Right.
so celebrate that rather than complain about that.
Mm.
Because if you're going to complain, go do something else.
Yeah.
Just
'cause
go do
then
something
this
else.
is not for you.
No.
Yeah.
And it's great to listen to somebody who's, he's not
Been at
like,
the struggle level.
he's not so famous that it's like, like Gaga. He's not like Gaga,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not our level.
Right.
He's above us in a way where it's like, wow, we can see. And if you imagine like Bob Dylan, one of the, Guthrie kind of vibe, he's got that kind of, he says at the beginning of one of his songs, my voice is not good enough to write
To have bad lyrics.
to write bad lyrics. So his lyrics are unreal. Check him out, John Craigie.
John Craigie.
Yes, he just actually put out a full live cover album of the Beatles' Revolver.
Oh, wow.
And yes, and we have not sat down and
Okay.
listened because we want to listen with reverence and
Yes.
Oh,
a bottle of wine and just sit
right.
there.
Sit there.
But
and
our
take
roommate
it
and
all
friend
in.
Walker, that we chatted about earlier, he says he's made it through 2 or 3 songs and is already just like, I cannot even believe this.
That's
So
crazy.
to take
That's
on to
crazy.
take on the Beatles and do the whole album as a
Oof.
solo guitarist.
I
That's
think he has a band with
Does he?
No,
But
he's the
either way, I mean,
Wow.
it's just unreal. So he's really inspiring. That's kind of who I
I
didn't mean
love
to
that.
take over for you,
No, you're
Yeah.
fine.
but you were
But you
like,
did.
you looked, you looked afraid.
I was about to say something, and then you're like, "There's what we do."
Okay, well, you
All
can
right.
say who you're,
Once-
please. Oh,
Yeah.
All right, I must admit, the
I'm sorry.
I broke the stream,
The seal.
broke it, stream, seal, whatever.
Oh.
Well, I
This
want to hear who
is-
Jared's influence is while you're peeing.
Well, I might hear it while I'm in the circle.
Yeah. I've been listening to Bon Iver a lot lately.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
I
It's just-
didn't even know that.
well, I've always had the headphones on.
You do always have your. I just always thought you were listening to like, I don't know, like,
Classical stuff.
or
There's a lot
I
of
don't know, horn sounds or something.
well. So
In your headphones.
sounds, classical music, and Bon Iver,
And Tom Waits.
and some
Oh, I love me some Tom Waits.
Mhm,
Tom Waits is the
mhm.
shit. He's amazing. Bon Iver,
Yeah.
I like because he's you don't really know what he's singing about, and then you read the lyrics and you still don't know what he's saying. And
That's funny.
but you feel it. And that's the
Uh-huh.
crazy thing is you can feel his passion for whatever the hell it is he's talking about
That's
Yeah.
true.
to the point where you're like, damn, you get that, man. Yeah. Flibba flabba, juba hoppa, whatever the hell he's saying. But like it's absolute gibberish to a point, and then
Right.
it makes you but he's so serious about it, he's so into it that you're kinda like, all right, maybe I'm not getting it. Let me dig a little farther and see if I can figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that passion that is drawing me in
Nice.
more than his lyricism.
I totally get that because I know recently there's been a song that's a little bit more kind of on the soft rock side of him, but you can still tell he's into like everything that he's doing.
Is it the space side?
Yes.
Yes.
Wow, you knew right away.
I know. Yeah, Space Side Key. It's a really cool song.
Right on.
It's the one that we heard. It's just acoustic. There's a cello in the back.
Oh.
Maybe you still make a man from me.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. I like that one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I realize I probably should have turned my mic off.
I was gonna.
I'm making a moment there.
Oh no, I think it's so great that you didn't. I can't wait to hear how that turns out.
It's got music. I don't know.
You're like, when I pee, it's very musical, so there's no way. No, I know.
I was gonna start to say something, and then I'm like, she knows, and I'm like, wait. I was like, wait, turn your mic. She's already.
Oh no, that's
Say-
good.
Hey,
That's funny.
okay.
I wasn't. I mean, I have a few people in mind to bring up, artist wise, but I've just from what you've discussed. Are you guys familiar with Margot Price?
I know the name. I'm not familiar with her music.
Okay, you might like her. She's kind of in the Americana sort of deal, but also a little bit not as much folk rock, but kind of.
Okay.
And she's got kind of a Celtic. She's American, but she's got kind of an Irish influenced sound to her. And I heard the song a couple weeks ago. I think it's called or your picture or something like that, and it's about like she and her husband, interestingly enough, wrote it together. They passed a notebook back and forth, but it was all about kind of an unrequited situation where she said, "If I can't have you, I'm going to carry your picture." And yeah, so that was a really interesting one. I liked that one, and she's really interesting. She's a good interview. She was on a show. Journalist David Frick, a music journalist, was interviewing her. And then there's a band called let's see, I got two more real quick. I've got a band I don't know about a whole lot yet. I'm still getting to know about them, but I heard their music last week and I really liked it. They're called the Deers and they're from Montreal. Kind of goth rock. And that's kind of my vein of music.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's your lane, dude.
Yeah.
You like that stuff.
And then there's a band called Mount Joy. And they have a couple songs that I really like. They released Lemon Tree a couple years back, and that was been on their album. And that's kind of more of a little bit kind of I don't know
Cover?
performative. Nope, not a cover. It's not the Lemon. It's not the It's not the Peter Paul. Yeah, it's not the Percy verse base. Yeah, yeah. But they have this most recent one that they have out, and I'd like to listen to the rest of the album. It's a song called Lucy.
Tricky Lopez, sorry, not
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Juicy.
and it sounds like if you listen to it and Right Down the Line by Jerry Rafferty side by side, there are some very similar guitar solos and like chord progressions, um, and kind of like just kind of the structure of it. But
Nice.
they wrote a song about this girl named Lucy that they was a friend of one of theirs or a couple of theirs, and how um she kind of went through. I'm talking about all the heavy stuff tonight. Goodness, this is not normally what I do. But
You're good.
um,
You're good.
their friend had cancer and was terminally ill, but in spite of everything, she was, towards the end when she knew things were going to drop off, she was, getting drunk on cheap champagne and
Oh, nice.
just, this is it. So,
Let's
and it
have
was,
fun.
yeah,
Might as well be.
yeah.
Let's
And
all go get high.
but but he's singing about how he wants to be like her when things happen, just to kind of roll with the punches and
Let it go.
maintain and let it go. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
really neat.
Yeah.
Cool. I want to check those out.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think for me personally, I think I have just two that are really stick out in my head right now. Um, is Sugarbone.
Oh, nice.
They're from Seattle. I've been listening to them a lot. I bought one of their purses.
They're fun. Yeah.
Corinne, I want you on my show. I want you guys on my show. So like,
She's
we'll get
darling.
her.
She's a little dynamo.
No,
and
I love
yeah.
her, and she just the way that she talks about her sobriety and stuff like that, like it's inspiring, because she knew what she had to do to get there, and so she says that in her songs, and she, tells the stories about it. But my other favorite right now is Dojo Cuts.
Oh, yeah.
I
Our son loves, yeah.
love them.
Yeah.
And I'm probably late to the party. I'm gonna be real.
That's all right.
But they are super inspiring. Everything that's going on with me in my life right now, it just coincides. It's like just meshes, and so it's like the perfect music to hear.
It's like your soundtrack that you need right now.
It's like,
That's cool.
some people have Lizzo, some people have Billie Eilish. Nope, I have Dojo Cat and FKJ.
Oh, yeah. Cool.
And Tyler, the Creator, because if you need to dance, he's the man. For real. And Farrell.
Oh my gosh.
Pharrell
She
Williams.
just starts listening. She's like, and.
Pharrell Williams is also a good. Okay, okay. You're right.
I love
Because
it.
I could totally go on.
Yeah, I love that though.
Pharrell Williams.
You know what you love.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's for a whole nother episode.
Okay, sorry. That wasn't that funny.
So we are now getting into the lovely
Interview.
segment. So Champagne Sunday is made up of Jared and Jesse. I mean, I've already introduced you guys, but I just want to make sure they know your names as well, so they can be like,
yeah.
Sure.
okay, maybe.
He has it.
TNA in Tacoma.
That's right.
So I guess my first question, well, it's not really. I mean, I love you guys. I just want to say first off, I love your vibe. I love your love. I recognize true fucking love when I see it, and y'all got it. And then when I started hearing your stories and how you guys actually fell in love and all that, it was just this, oh my God, that is the craziest story I've ever heard in my entire life. So I don't know if you want to tell that story again. So if you do, that's cool. But it's kind of like what blends into the how you got into the glam folk rock part, you know, versus what you started out with, because I know it was a little different than,
Yeah, we
you
did. We started out as a
ball.
5-piece
Right.
full band, and then just slowly started firing people. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Not exactly how it worked out, but
But pretty much.
yeah, I mean, life circumstances and whatnot.
If they didn't leave, they did get fired.
Yeah. I mean, after a while, you just sort of like it's really hard to get someone else to really buy into your dream. And we shared it together when we first met. Before we were ever dating, we were just friends. We kind of like we started Champagne Sunday, or at least worked in talks about it. And it was kind of like, well, what is your goal? And what is your goal? We kind of had that, I guess, our version of a business meeting.
Right.
There was a lot of wine, I'm sure, and then probably some farting. But it was like, what is your goal? And it was like to never stop. Now that was an interesting goal for both of us because like we both had it. It was like to just keep going, keep doing this, to be able to play original music for money, to continue to go. And like it wasn't like I want to be famous. Neither one of us said that. And that's a really interesting thing. I don't think Jared and I
Or rich. Like we didn't.
Yeah.
We knew that probably never happened.
Jared and I think it takes a really interesting kind of human being to be that so driven, like the famous kind of artist,
Right.
because they do sacrifice damn near everything. They do.
Yeah.
Everything that is considered normal.
Correct.
The kids, family, stability, anonymity, all these things, making your own choices, all this
Right.
stuff that like
Right.
artists really don't have a lot of control over. And some of them, when they get to these super high upper levels, they can be like, oh yeah, screw you. I'm going to go do what I want to do now.
Right.
Well, I get it. But there's like a whole degree of getting to that point that you have to compromise and you have to sacrifice. And Jared and I I don't think either one of us really have the personality type that's really ready to stomp all over other people to get to where we want to be, to compromise who we are. Plus, we love our family. Like we love our son. And at some point it was like the the music became the relationship, became the family, became the music. There's no separation
Right.
between
It was
any of it
just
now.
just like a
Right.
infinity
It is.
circle.
And so when you see us on stage, it's us as authentic as pop. That's why we say folk, because I think folk artists really at their core, they are like us. They know that there's not a big call in the world for like the Lady Gaga level folk artist.
Right.
Who is that? Maybe Mumford and Sons. Mumford and Sons maybe came the closest. Simon and Garfunkel back in the day.
What are they?
I'd agree with Simon and Garfunkel, maybe.
Like mice and men.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I don't even know if they're
They're
folk.
not really. Who are they?
I'm kind of.
Right, you got
Yeah, they're more like
the
pop.
Monsters and Men.
They're like kind of pop
Same with like the Meg.
indie.
There was,
Anyway,
there was that whole late aughts like.
We digress.
Yeah. Anyways, let's
I
go
just
ahead.
feel like that's not a real genre where you're gonna find a lot of that like
No.
fantastical sort of stardom with the big shows and
Right.
the fucking pyrotechnics
Like
and shit.
the clap stomp. The
Right.
clap stomp hay is.
Right.
is-
But
Yeah.
that's when we also
Yeah.
add in the glam into because we like to dress real spicy and fun
Mhm.
and really like push those boundaries of what is folk. The heart of us as folk artists, we play our own instruments, we write our own songs.
Yeah.
We're pretty organic when it comes to like our show. We tell a ton of stories.
We don't use backing tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Nothing really.
No.
the stories really connect us with our audience, which is another folk trait. Like these artists want to get up and they want to be really transparent. They want to be like, look, like, you just think about Dylan that was just essentially writing like somewhat sung poetry. he didn't even
I
care
know, I
about
loved
sounding
it.
great or even
No, he
looking. He was
didn't.
just like, whatever, here's the
Like,
thing, and to do it. Yeah. And then you have all these, I mean, and so I think to be able to still have our love of that kind of the showmanship that we both
right.
love. Jared was the lead in his like high school bands and college band. Like he
Mhm.
was the lead singer, and he had that like. Bono was his idol. Bono, Michael Stipe, Eddie Vedder, these big frontmen, Shannon
Yeah.
Hoon, and then
That.
my influences, I'm looking at like Michael Jackson, Bette Midler, like the Whitney
Oh,
Houston,
Okay.
I could
right?
take
So you're
Oh
taking
yeah.
these like huge mega star power leads, and then you're like, but let's sing folk songs. Let's write and sing folk songs. And so we had to
It's
create,
amazing.
we had to create a genre that made sense. And when we tell people we're glam folk, they go, huh, like that. I get it.
It makes perfect sense though.
It really
Yeah.
does.
Perfect.
Especially after they hear
Especially
it.
after you
Right.
see the show. But
Yeah.
Right.
trying to sell
Exactly.
that is a little
Yeah.
tough. It's
It's
tough.
like, well,
Like, what does
who
that
are
mean
you
exactly?
open for or
Anybody,
like
right?
open
Yeah.
for?
Anybody. Like, we can play with, and that's the other thing, is that because our music is so, we just write it based on
Versatile.
whatever we want and
Yeah.
feel. We could put together a whole set that's just ballads, a whole set that's just about like breakups, a whole
Right.
set that's like almost
Right.
punk sounding.
Yeah.
We just played a rock fest at Sunbanks over by the Cooley
Mhm.
Dam, and it was a full
Okay.
rock festival. Rock, like with acts there covering Pat Benatar, Tom Petty,
Okay.
tribute stuff, the Beardy guys,
ZZ.
ZZ Top, yeah,
The band is
That he knew that
yeah.
for you. You're
And
like,
then there's
"Here,
like,
guys."
there was
Yeah.
one other original band called Strangely All Right. Some friends of ours
Yeah.
too. They actually helped with the Live Out Loud program a couple times. But yeah, but it's like, we're not rock. Like we aren't, but we can
No.
play a
But
rock
we
festival.
have
Yeah.
elements of it.
We're not
full
blues.
country.
Right? Like, yeah.
Right.
Hey,
We
Yeah.
have blues elements.
I think what we do that really is different than any other band that's doing anything close to what we're doing is that we put um more effort and time and stock and energy into the idea of connecting with people
Yes.
and telling those stories than we even do into like, well, let's have a genre. The genre isn't about the music. The genre is about the fact that we're just fucking human beings up there trying to connect with other human beings.
Genres
Exactly.
marketing. I think that's
I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
how I feel like even Rowan felt that,
hmm
listening to your music for so many years
Yeah.
and her connection and her just inspiration in you guys. So like you guys don't just connect with people like, as old as me.
Well, yeah, it's
But
not
we connect,
with
you guys
kids.
are connecting with the kids
And I
as
think that
well.
is why people kind of like, oh, you could be like a kid band. Well, no. What I love about kids is they can smell bullshit a mile away.
Right.
So kids are going to go see these bands that are doing all this, like all the stuff and all the moves and wearing, and they're going to be like, whatever. But then they see us and they're like, oh man, they're really being real.
Right.
And kids appreciate that. How many times have you gone up to a kid and be like, oh, you, and they're just looking at you like,
What's your problem?
right? But you go up to a kid and you're like, what up, man? Like, how
Yeah.
are you? How are you actually feeling?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
And they don't
And then they're
sugarcoat
like,
it.
oh, well, let me tell you, you know?
Yeah.
He wants to be treated like that,
Exactly.
and I think we're just because also all the extensive touring we've done all over the country, we've been in places that are uncomfortable. We've been to places where we walk in, they're like, mm-mm, I don't like you. Like, okay,
yeah.
thanks,
Oh yeah, I remember the song
That's-
you wrote about
Yeah.
that.
yeah, and it's so
And I
hard.
love that.
The idea is like, well, if we can get through that and still connect people, right? Like that's it. That's the only thing we have. That's our legacy. It's never going to be the tens of fans that are come to shows.
right.
It's
Right,
never going to
right.
be. As a matter of fact, I was just having this conversation with somebody that said, you got to charge way more for your shows. You got to start charging way more. You got to know your worth. And this sentence kept coming out, know your worth. And I came home so charged up, you guys. Like I was so angry.
Mm,
And I did a post on our social this morning about it. The idea
Okay.
of that our worth should never be monetized. Our worth is in the one person that weeps at the end of a show and says, "You don't even understand. Like I was on the ledge today.
right.
I didn't even want to continue living. And I heard your show, and I can't wait to go keep living." You
Oh,
know,
Right.
our that to me that's our worth is somebody saying,
Yes.
I didn't e- I one lady came up one time. I said, "Oh my God, you're so beautiful. But you look so sad. Are you okay? Can I give you a hug?" It was really that simple of a transaction. She said, "Well, I just buried my baby in my backyard yesterday
ooh. Oh, wow.
before I came here."
Gotcha.
Okay, so like I'm sitting there, how in the actual hell am I supposed to process this?
Right.
And
Right.
yet somehow what we do made this woman feel like it's going to be okay. We had the rare opportunity of seeing her a year later because we came back through that town. It was a little town in South Dakota. We came back through the next year, and she comes up to us like a Greek goddess, flower
Oh,
Covered
crown,
flowers, yeah.
holding flowers, and in this beautiful long green dress, huge smile. And she says, "I'm healing. I'm healing. And you were the first person who actually saw me that night, that I was so broken.
mm,
You saw me with different eyes. You didn't just walk past me and go,
dang.
oh, this stupid, sad person." So this
Dang.
is what I'm talking about. To me, it's like, you know what? Maybe a bar can only pay us $200, $300. Well, also, we're charging more than most acts in this town. And so I'm not going to go into these bars and be like, yeah, you know what?
We're
We're worth way more. I know. Sharon and I have sat down for the past 20 years and fought our whole life and put our whole life into this band. We know our worth. It is it is deep, it is wide spanning, it's incredible.
You
But
have
it
stories
but yeah,
similar to that all
but
over.
it cannot ever be monetized. And I
Amazing.
charged this morning on the socials was like, please, if you feel like your worth is locked up with your income, your pay, what somebody puts in your tip jar, whatever, fuck that, you know? Your worth is the fact that you get up every day and you make something different. You make something beautiful. You get out there, you keep using your voice, you use your
Right.
hands, you use your guidance, whatever it is, whatever capacity your life is in,
Right.
that's your worth, not money. And it was like hit me so hard. So I was okay. So but anyway, going back to the
Mm,
just the band, yeah, and all that we do, and the glam folk thing is just kind of all of that, and the connection with other people.
I love that.
I love it very,
And
very
which
much.
kind of does segue me into the stories because uh to me that's the important factor for me. Like I love almost watching it as much as I love watching you perform the music aspect. Like because when you're up there telling your stories, it's like very animated and like I'm right there with y'all.
Hmm.
Like uh maybe this is TMI for some people, so whatever. But uh you have this intro and this was at the Lake City pub and I was rolling over this. But you guys were talking about how it's okay to still carry on a conversation and one of you is still pooping. Like that's okay.
That's right.
And I was rolling from that and it was just like that's how intimate you guys are and it just it's a connection that some people may not get the opportunity to hear if they don't know who you are as
Hmm.
far as you telling the stories.
Hmm.
So like I love that aspect. So for me, how did you get there to want to tell some stories before the
We
song?
well, when we started doing music, we really wanted to do original music all along. But it's hard to get people interested in original music if they've never heard it. It's brand new shit. They're like, I don't know what this is. So if we tell a story, we found if we told a story before a song, suddenly people are listening. Suddenly they've got a frame of reference. They've got something to hang on to, and they can say, okay, now I heard the intro to it and I'm engaged. So now what's the song like? And now they're suddenly listening for stuff. They're not just listening through the music as a background thing. They're listening for something.
Yeah.
And that really helped
I
us.
love that.
People started coming up to us saying, we like your stories just as much as we like your music, like you were saying. And we didn't quite understand that. We thought, well, that's just kind of a tool to get people into the music. But then we heard, like she said, John Craigie, and he does that in his shows. And we're like, okay, now I get it. His story's great too. And some of these, I like the story just as much as I like the song.
Or I wouldn't have listened to the
Might
song.
not have heard the song. Might not have heard the same way or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love those segues though, because then it does draw in that audience. I mean, it doesn't work for all of the venues that you go to. I
Right.
mean, granted, some are just like
You just got to play your
they just
song.
want to like hear the music and they're not listening or interested because they're also talking to their friends or
Sure.
whatever.
That's okay.
And
Yeah.
again, yes,
Just
It
you
is
guys
okay,
still do
but we
it.
still do it
Exactly.
because you know
And
you never
that's
know if
because,
somebody is gonna be.
like me,
Mhm.
I'd be like, where's your stories? Like, hello.
I came here for the stories, damn it.
we had a
Yeah.
we had a show we played at Skylar Cafe, and this lady walks in, and it was kind of a dead night. And we thought, okay, she came in, took one look at us, then went over
To the bar.
to the bar, sat on her phone like that.
Oh.
Like, okay, well, we lost her, but there's
Oh.
still people here that
They're so bummed. Like,
And so we kept telling our stories, kept doing our music, and we kept on going with it.
Mhm.
End of the show, she comes running up to us,
Okay.
and she goes, "You guys are so amazing! I've been on my phone trying to get my friends over
come
here
out.
to come out and see you guys. It's so fun."
So the whole time you're thinking,
The
like,
time we thought we lost her.
It was a huge lesson
just-
for us.
Yeah, and then
Just calm the fuck down and
Yeah.
don't worry about what people are doing.
it turned out she
Just
was
keep-
able to get us a private audition for The Voice for whatever that was worth.
stop
Yeah.
it down though.
Yeah.
But that was
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I'm talking
So
about.
yeah,
Mhm.
you never know who's there, or people that they don't look like they're engaged at all, and then they come up to us later, like she was saying, just like,
Mhm.
"Oh my God, I so needed everything you guys were saying."
Yes.
Yeah.
So, but
Right.
if you tell those stories, you get them listening, and then when you get them listening, you get them feeling, and you get them thinking.
Yeah, a really good friend of ours one time approached me after a big gig we played at a festival in Oregon. And I was really, really upset at the end of this festival because
Oh.
we were on this stage and it was huge and it was really far away from everybody. And
Okay.
people were kind of sitting on these lawns and looking and like we were telling stories and we were singing, but people weren't engaged in the stories like they typically are, and then the songs would come and people were just kind of looking at us, and I was so like
Kind of disoriented and
yeah, and really just sad. I
yeah.
was like, oh my God, if this is the one thing we do really well and I feel like we're not doing it well. But then we went to our merch table after the show, and I mean it, we couldn't walk anywhere in that space and get a beer or visit without people coming up like, oh my God, you guys were so good. And I was just like, well, why didn't you share it with us when we were on stage, when we like needed any kind of feedback?
Right.
So
Some
our
kind of like
our
support.
friend, yes, our friend said this thing to me, and it opened my totally opened my eyes to really understand this, and that is that people, when they're hearing something brand new, they aren't going to be all laughing and smiling and talking and singing along, and because they're actually fucking listening. They're trying to take it all in, and especially with us, they're like then they're having their own feelings about stuff and their own
Yeah.
thoughts. It's like
because you have this story
and they go,
you have the
oh,
song too.
and so then they're relaying that to their own life and they're putting that into their own, way of thinking. And so, yeah, of course, like think about it. Anytime you've been in a situation where you're just learning something, you're not sitting there like laughing and talking, and you're really like taking it in and watching and listening and observing. And when he said that, and just the idea that everyone listens to music very differently. Some people really do. They want to get out and they just want to move. They don't even care what the lyrics are. Some people want to sit in a quiet room that's very dark and just put something on and soak it all in. Some people can multitask. My husband's very good at this.
Very good.
He can listen and type and do this
Oh,
and do
yeah.
that. And it
Yep.
still somehow gets in there.
Yep.
I can't do that at all.
I gotta self
It's
down
a
at work.
Gemini thing for
Yeah,
me.
or Capricorn.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cannot. I have to really put my effort into making space for just that thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, it becomes too much. But so it's very cool, and it was so cool of my friend to take me aside and be like, it's okay. You don't need to be sad. I really, I feel I was watching people watching you. I was watching people listening to you.
Mm.
And so if you can get them to do that, that's even more impressive. And then they're jumping up and down and laughing and talking and having,
Right.
you know,
Because you're really engaging them.
in a different way than they're used to. And people aren't used to that at music festivals and big.
Hmm.
They're used to
Right.
just going there and hearing a
Shoot,
bunch of
maybe,
like,
and that's for you too.
yeah, yeah. So
That's,
that was
something
really,
you're not used to.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
really interesting to me, and it just kind of put me a little bit put me in my place.
Yeah.
But it, so like Jared was saying,
Oh, be
yeah,
humble.
yeah, like he was saying,
This
the
is
the stories we have to tell them now because it's the only way to get
No
people
matter what.
to know what the original music is that we're about to share.
I would
Yeah.
agree.
No, I
Absolutely.
love it. That's
Hmm.
it just brings your love story and the connection that the two of you
Mhm.
share, and
Yeah.
it just shares that love.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I always tell Cassie this too, because like I love love.
Yeah.
Like,
Me
and
too.
love is just amazing.
Mhm.
And when you recognize other people's loves, not just like your own love or
Yeah.
whatever, but you recognize other couples' loves, you want to celebrate them.
You do.
With,
Yeah.
because, and that's why I always am like, Champagne Sunday, baby.
Yeah.
Get it.
And we just had some friends celebrate their 57th wedding anniversary together. And it was so for their anniversary present, we just played 2 hours of love songs our love songs.
Oh,
We just
that's wonderful.
we did a
Good.
we dedicated the whole show to them and just did 2 hours of love songs. And I tell you, one thing about Jared and I is that we're not going to get on stage and stand behind something that we do not fully back, that we do not believe in.
Yeah.
Like we go on stage as we are. And that love that you're seeing, that is what we do every day at home. That's what happens when we're doing dishes. That's what happens when we're trying to get to the bottom of some kind of uh, a song choice that we're trying to make together. That's what happens when we're packing up for a trip. It's all centered around
Mhm.
the absolute respect for one another and the deep, deep love. And we don't fake it on stage.
Well, I
Like
totally see that
yeah,
shit because like even you guys have said that, of course you guys get annoyed with each other
oh,
when you're
sure.
stuck and
I am right
and
now. No, I'm just kidding.
That's what we had a friend who was our roommate for a while. We were at a show. Someone came up to her and they said, "What are they like off stage? Are they different?" She goes, "No, they're exactly
the
this.
same.
Same.
This is
That doesn't
exactly
surprise me at all.
Every time.
Yeah.
Every time. Like if I know that you guys are annoyed at each other, it's not you guys per se. It's just like what
The thing.
Yeah.
The thing that's
Yeah.
happening and
It's
the way
like-
we're reacting to the thing. I know.
Instruments.
Yeah. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, and 20 years to me, I'm just like, shit. That's longer than all four of my mom's marriages
That's
combined.
amazing.
So I just look at my
Very good.
husband and I'm like, we are doing something that's real here. That's not just like, oh, the art, the band, raising a kid, but this longevity of it. You don't
Yeah.
see, you don't, this is not, people are like, love is expendable. I don't believe, well, I don't think
No.
that this love isn't.
No.
No.
No,
So,
no, not at all.
yeah.
And if it is, it's not love.
Right.
Shit.
It's good sex.
Might be.
Go.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's hilarious. But I mean that's good though.
Mhm.
And that's what I absolutely love about you guys as a couple,
Mhm.
as musicians. You aren't afraid to talk about the gritty,
Yeah.
as well as the good,
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It's in the balance.
It is.
There always have
that's
to. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
Hmm.
You guys are great.
No, but it's definitely an inspiration. So
Thank you.
I think I've got a couple more. Okay, yeah. So, um, you guys, when you got here, that transition, talk about like how um you guys got here doing your music, but you also had another venue opportunity as well with the burlesque.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you want to like, just touch on those moments, because
It's
I've got one. I've got a story that I want to share.
okay.
It's not long, or it's we can make it a shorter version, which is just the idea that like we didn't want to do anything other than Champagne Sunday, but
Right.
then we ended up auditioning for the burlesque troupe, and it became such a big important part of our life because it was a creative outlet, like I was saying, that is a little bit more adult, a little bit more body.
Right.
I was able to utilize a lot of my musical theater, and Jared was able to utilize a lot of his like full acting chops, that because he did theater also. We were both have theater background.
Oh yeah,
Jared loves like
did a
everything.
great job.
Yeah, and so we got into it pretty heavy, and helping put on big shows.
Yeah, it got to a point though where it's like
This is where yeah.
if Superman's secret identity was Spider-Man, where there was just no downtime.
There's
ever.
no
Just
creative downtime.
Yeah,
creatively, like we couldn't just get away from one and be the other. We had to be something here.
Like you're
something
always
there.
on. Like there's never a time when you aren't on.
right.
So, after the third iteration of Oz that we kind of
Right.
spearheaded, and it was huge. It was so big, very musically, yeah, all this
It
stuff.
was amazing.
It was fun, very
was
theatrical,
so
very
beautiful.
scripted. Jared did a lot of
I
writing for it.
loved
It was so fun. It
Yes,
was
it's such an amazing
Thank you. It
film.
was very different than the other two versions, but at that point, it
Definitely.
was like, okay,
Enough is enough.
we just knew
Just have to-
Right.
we needed to, yeah, we needed. And so then after, a couple more little things here and there, we were like, well, we were gonna pull away from the troop entirely. Um, but then, like it's just too fun.
It
So
is
these
so much
the
fun.
one-offs are really fun for us. They're really good because we don't have to dedicate every Sunday to rehearsals and Wednesdays sometimes. We don't have to worry about huge big numbers. We don't have to worry about,
Yeah.
it's just like, hey, can you make it to this bar and do an act or two? Sure, hell, I totally
Why
can.
not?
Easy with my hands tied behind my back, which is part of the act, by the way. No, and it's fun because we're able to still explore some of the part of our personalities. It's really fun. And we
Yeah.
have, as we've been part of the troupe now, like almost 10 years,
I was gonna say
which is
it's been a
wild,
long time
right?
because
It's like,
they started in 2010,
yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean I've been a fan ever since. So
yeah.
I mean,
And it's crazy.
and I've been in the
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so fun. And you kind of go, all right, well, am I ready to just completely walk away from this? And that's not where I'm at yet, or Jared's at yet.
Yeah.
We liked being, and plus there's other ways that we help too by,
Yeah.
just there's other ways that we can help. And in another, it's just, again, another part of Tacoma that's really cool and neat and diverse and representative of all kinds of different parts of Tacoma, different women, different bodies,
Yeah.
different representations of life.
Mhm.
It's all
Exactly.
there. We're all working together to do something cool and different to offer to our city. And you know what? It isn't polished. It isn't perfect. It's not a
No.
Vegas style level troupe.
You're not Britney Spears.
And that's fine. And that's okay. I think that because it's Tacoma, there's something about that it's like, yeah, you know what?
Gritty.
Yeah, you
Like,
barely made it to
you're
the show
raw.
tonight, didn't you?
Right.
Yeah, I'm barely hanging on. Thank you very much. But here we
Right.
are, and we're all in it
Exactly.
together, and we're all fighting for each other. It's just part of the city represented, just with less clothing. Yeah,
For real.
yeah,
For real.
love it.
No, I do. There was okay, so not only did I love you playing Oz as a woman, I love that sincerely. I always get goose chills every time that I think about it or so like I get those,
Mhm.
reactions still when you guys perform those songs.
Yeah.
And like oh my gosh, your voice is amazing. But I will never forget. And I cannot remember where it was because I didn't know if I cared about who the venue was at this point. But you had me so much. You did Minnie the Moocher.
Oh yeah, that's a big signature piece.
Oh my!
Right. Yeah, so fun.
You were on that bar. You were commanding the audience, and I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh shit!" And it was just so powerful and inspiring and sexy and raw. And I love that that right there is why I love Champagne Sunday so much, is because you bring that kind of performance every
Yeah.
time.
Yes, very much harkening back to like the old bar kind of um, cabaret style thing. Bette Midler performed in the bathhouses in the 70s.
That's right.
And that it's
I
that
love
kind of
those. Yeah,
it's that real
that vibe.
it's just that kind of sweaty, like the bottom of your feet are dirty because you had to walk from the dressing room to the bathroom. You're half costumed and everything is just kind of gross a little bit.
Yeah.
But we're all in it together,
Yeah.
experiencing something that will never be that way again.
Exactly.
And my husband has a song called Leather Life in which he talks about the idea like these days will never come again.
Mm-mm.
Like they might be the same people, same place, same song, same everything. It will never be like this.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do right now? Or
Raw.
just get in it and experience something, for crying out
Mhm.
loud, especially where our world is going. And I tell people at shows now, my big like stupid little tagline is like, you can't fucking AI this. You cannot. You can't. You can't.
We could try.
You can't chat GPT what's a Champagne Sunday show like. Bullshit. They're never going to be able to recreate it because it is exactly what it is for that moment. We play off of what people are yelling at us. We sit on people's laps and laugh. I wanted to do this whole special. I thought it would be so fun to perform in as many bars in Tacoma that had a full bar top and do a whole segment on the stability of the different bars in Tacoma that I could dance on. Right? Like, how many bars in Tacoma has my bare buns been sitting? I mean, so many. I'm kind of proud about it.
That's awesome.
I ain't mad at
But
that. You ain't mad at it.
it's that kind of thing. It's like, it's just this kind of, Jared and I have always felt with our band that we just never quite got into the group of cool kids. I don't know how to explain this because I want you to understand that I'm not complaining. There have been times when I've felt hurt by it, like kind of pushed out to the fringe. It's all the things that make us incredible are the things that keep us from being mainstream, that keep us from maybe getting discovered whatever that might be. But it's also the things that are extraordinary about us, that we're able to control our own songs, our own destiny, our own costuming, our own, and it is. And here's what I say, because people ask us this all the time. Wow, why are you guys not famous? How have you not been discovered? And I go, because we're supposed to be right here in this shitty bar, changing your life right now. That's why. It's not always fun. It's super not glamorous. But it's what we've fought for.
Yeah.
And we make our living doing it. Like we haven't
Oh,
worked
I
a
love it.
real job, whatever the fuck that means, in 10 years. Because we said no. Jared said, I'm going to fight harder for this than I have anything in my life.
And you guys have a song about that actually, right? Like the moment that you like actually
Yeah.
switch into deciding that
Yeah,
this
like,
was gonna be your shit.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the last job she got fired from.
Yep, I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ferrelli. No, Ferrelli. It was Ferrelli.
Really?
And then I went,
See,
I don't know. Then we went in, Jared and a local guy in this town named Kevin Day. He's got a studio. He's been part of like the music and punk and rock scene he's in a band called The Thrill. He was playing bass with us for a hot minute. And it was during that time that this song was written. We took it back into Forelli's before they opened and recorded singing it, the very song that I wrote. Like, oh yeah, we were still on great terms. They
Right.
fired me because honestly, they just had to. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, it was that's when Jared was doing some web stuff and
It was on 6th Ave.
yep, and yeah, and I said, Jared, what do you don't look happy. He goes, I'm not fucking happy. And we said, what if we just all this effort, all this energy, and all this time, what if we just put all that into the band?
It's a
And we
big risk.
and we never ever it is a big risk, and because of that, we fought harder for it.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Because we've got a
you guys are
kid.
glowing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm not joking, like glowing.
Mhm.
It's
know?
premenopause. That's what you're
That's
yeah.
Sometimes.
Jared, yeah, what did you and Walkerton say today? Menopause. Because
Menopause.
going through the
yeah.
perimenopause.
Everybody at this table, pretty
Yeah,
much.
it's all right. I said to our roommate, look, buddy, in the next couple years, you're going to have a teenager in full blown puberty, a mother in full blown menopause, and a man in a midlife crisis. Are you sure that you would like to move in? He's like, well, I'll make sure I'm out in the next 2 years then.
Wait, am I gonna be going through anything?
I know.
Shit. I
You-
mean, this might work.
Did I cut off your circulation? Sorry.
You're hilarious.
I know. Rudy, we're almost done, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the next thing that it's a couple of different things. Um the tours and you do a couple of different festivals on repeat as far as you know what I'm talking about.
I know where you're going with this.
New
You want to know?
X. I
Yeah.
want to know because it's
Nude
on my
stuff.
bucket list.
You should
It's
go.
on my bucket list.
Johanna went this year. It was
Okay, so
incredible.
nude stock.
Yeah.
Okay, you have to just completely just
You don't have to.
You get to do whatever you want. There's
you don't
nobody
have
that
to,
forces
no,
you to get
yeah,
naked.
okay,
Right.
so you don't have to be. It's not a
It's a
requirement.
think about this. Think about like opening up like a National Geographic magazine. It's like that. It's not like everyone's a
not like
model and it's like a
Right.
swingers thing. It's like a
Right.
naturalist, like people there being natural. Just
Right.
I love that.
Stretch marks.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Sunlight. We got you name it, hair everywhere.
Yeah.
The buttocks.
Yeah. And it's really cool
On
because
the
the
neck.
park is getting all kinds of representation. You see all different nationalities, all people with disabilities,
I love that though.
you get
Ages.
different ages, different like sexualities being represented in all forms, and it is amazing. It is amazing. It is healing. There are people that have spent their whole life broken from abuse, and they take themselves back in this place. They say, I own this body. This is me. This is who I am, doing something that makes me feel incredible. And our music is literally just like the soundtrack for a place like this. Just this
love that.
like
I love that.
be yourself. Don't wait. Love who you are. Love each other. I mean, everything, every message, Jared's song, live in the moment. Like, or if you're in a bad mood, let yourself be there and just get through it. And so many things that we sing about is all represented in this space. And because you're naked physically,
Yeah.
it's such a metaphor, right, for how we want to live our lives, how we want to present our art in this like really cool, transparent way that says, look, my art might be dimply, my art might not be even.
I might have
I might have a little a little saggy art. But do you love it because it's real? Are you just sitting there judging me? What even if you are, okay, fine.
This is what I
Yeah.
love because the mainstream, they will never ever have anything like that.
Right.
They will never have something so intimate, so fucking real.
Yeah.
And that's why I love local live artists like you guys because of that. Because you're putting it down. You're raw. You're real. you're not Britney Spears with this fucking,
Yeah.
trying to do stuff she's never done before, or
Well, and there was a place for her, and I feel bad for her too.
Yeah,
But like, I get,
Right.
I definitely,
love Britney Spears.
but I definitely get what you're saying. Like, there's just a facade that isn't there
It's sad because
that we do just like no, we've tear down all of that and
mhm,
make
being
the
an independent
playing
artist.
field is so even then when the audience and the artists are same,
Hmm.
Yes.
and that feels really important to us.
Melding.
Yeah, I mean, it's a connection that otherwise somebody in the nosebleeds up top of a Taylor Swift concert isn't gonna connect
Right.
with her.
Right.
Right.
But you guys connect with your audience because you give them an intimate look into your life.
Which we
It's
can
not-
do because we aren't that level of fame. Now, I will say this about Taylor. I think she tried. Same with Pink.
Yeah.
I think they try
Oh, Pink.
to really connect with their audiences,
Yeah.
even and on these huge grand schemes, which I think
Right.
is also super admirable.
Yeah.
Right.
That they're both of those women, just off the top of my head, are just saying, "Look, this is who I am."
Mhm.
Gaga is a bit more performative, but she also has broken
I was
herself
gonna
down
bring her. Yeah.
to be
If we're.
just very naked.
Yeah.
Right.
Just
I feel what you're saying.
metaphor. Gaga has herself just been like, look, this is who I am, broken and raw.
Right.
But then she can take that and go the other direction and just be
right.
Theatrical.
huge, which is super fun and
Yeah.
great.
Right.
But you've got these like Adele, same. There's this big voice, this big, and it's just saying, look, Billie. You mentioned Billie Eilish, similar thing. I think these artists are trying to go intimate on this huge stage,
Right. On stadium status.
right? And
Because
we're able to do it.
That's what we're,
I like to say, well, Pink couldn't make it tonight, so we're here. We got you. I promise you, we're going to give you exactly the same experience. I'm not going to hang from
Right.
anything. So a terrible fear of heights.
But I
But
talked
yeah,
about that live.
yeah,
Great.
connection.
Energy.
I do.
Yeah.
Yep,
That you guys
exactly. Thank you. Yeah.
I'm not trying to. You're right. I'm not trying to knock.
Oh, I get it. No, I get it. Yeah.
But the fact that you guys can give such a connection,
Yeah.
that's what makes me
Yeah.
always want to come to a show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Yeah.
So it's like they put theirs more into the songwriting aspect, so they hear it, so people hear it on their albums.
Sure, you can dance to it, or you
Right.
can, yeah.
Exactly.
Hmm.
But you guys put it out there in a lot. I guess that's where I'm trying to contrast.
Yeah, we try to make it conversational, even though the audience doesn't get to say a damn word.
Right.
It's still a conversation. Yeah. Yeah.
Hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Okay, so I
Right.
have one more thing,
Okay.
and Cassie has a couple of things.
Well, we can skip mine, honestly, if you.
Are you sure? I mean,
mean,
oh
I have
shit!
like
I
one
did not
novelty
realize.
question.
Oh my god!
It's okay. We just got to get Rudy home, but it's
Yeah.
okay. What?
Oh,
I want to
I
hear.
didn't even realize how far. This is probably our longest episode.
Oh yeah.
Probably
I
because of
think
me.
you know what? I
Because of
was
me.
telling Chassie, I was telling her we are probably it's gonna go over
Yeah.
over almost 2 hours, and she was like, yeah. Because I was like, we really have so much to say, and like
Yeah.
that's why I'm like part two, champagne
Say it too
part
far.
two. But you do Patreon,
Yes.
and so that also gives fans another way to look into your life in a different aspect.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's even deeper than what we share on stage or in
Exactly.
some of the tour blogs or whatever. But it's just something that we're able to. We've got so much stuff that we've recorded or stuff that we've done, experiences that we've had, and we really want to share it with people. There's just not always a good time, like within a show. So with Patreon, we get to like put that stuff out there and say, hey, did you ever wonder how this song got to be where it is right now? Well, here's what it sounded like when we first wrote it and when we first recorded it.
Which is so awesome.
Yeah, here's a song we never were able to do anything with, but we recorded it anyway, and it was going to be on an album, but it never made it. So, but here it is. You can have that.
I mean, look at Kurt Cobain and Nirvana. They did they had albums like that, where re-put stuff out or
Sure.
hey, this
Yeah.
is what we did in the garage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty awesome,
Yeah.
and
I grew up listening.
it's a reflection.
Yeah. Jam was like they were my heroes growing up. And so
Okay.
they would come out with stuff that was just like demo
I love
versions.
10.
Right.
So, oh my
Mhm.
God. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
I loved that.
And
Mhm.
Mother Love Bone.
Oh yeah.
yeah, Mother Love Bone was awesome. They just,
Ah,
but anything that they did, I was just like, oh, I want to hear more about that.
Yeah.
What was the story behind this? What was,
Yeah.
we got the original version. Fuck yeah, cool.
We have
I
a lot of
love-
super fans too.
I love the song
Yeah.
Once. That's like
Yeah.
actually one of my
Oh,
yeah.
this is a great.
Yeah.
awesome
Just the way that
trilogy.
is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What
I-
With it
what
being
question did you
structured.
have, Cass?
Well, just real quick, I had a couple sort of just little fun rappers because she covered a lot of the meat.
Yeah, yeah.
I did cover the meat.
Yeah, you got it. You get the potatoes, okay? Those are my favorite anyway.
Honestly, me too.
Cheese.
Okay, scalloped ones. So, just one that I always just ask everyone, especially musicians, but anyone across the board, if you were a sort of sound effect, what would you be? You like
You'd be
that
a
one?
fart noise.
I would. This is wait here. Wait. This is what I'd be. Hold on. Let me see if I can get
Oh,
this.
okay.
Okay, ready?
I can't wait to hear this.
My very favorite thing to do is right before a movie starts. It gets very, 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 very quiet. Everyone's ready. Everyone's like anticipating, and I just so fast because it's not the obnoxious like. Obviously, those are
Right.
funny, but
Yeah.
like the little squeaker kills me. What would you be?
Maybe.
Oh, like a bubble
That's-
noise.
Yeah. I
Okay.
really don't
Like a
know.
water drop.
Couldn't think of a good one.
I don't know, like
Yeah.
Auga. Something where your butt gets to move. Jiggly. You love
Little
moving
butt
that butt. I love. What a great question.
Sounds
That I didn't have to say anything, and you're like, you'd be a fart noise. I'm like, oh,
You gave us the side eye too. You're like,
oh, you know me so well.
We're driving down the street and we see someone like
Bending over in their trunk, getting
Shut
something
up.
out. I just go.
Always looks at the point.
I can't help it. Even if like a really like.
you do that really well though.
Spent a lot of
Why? Thank you, thank you.
We should put that on your
All my
next
songwriting, everything I've done, pales in
Make a hell of a
comparison.
fart.
just do all of those like farts like almost in a dance movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Swivel. That's fabulous. On that note,
Pardon.
Right. You guys, thank you for having us here.
Fabulous.
Oh yeah.
well, that was well, just kind of, I know we already talked about like influences and everything like that. If you had like an opportunity to like play alongside somebody that you admired or something, what would be like your dream band? I think let's wrap it up with that, if you want.
I know who mine is.
Michael.
No, no,
Me.
no.
Me.
No, my dream band that I would love to open for is the Counting Crows.
Fabulous.
Yeah, Jared and I actually had this really cool idea
I love
to cover from beginning to end the whole entirety of August and everything after. Because like
favorite.
it spoke to us so much. I think our generation, that album came out and just did so many things to the big
Mr. Jones
to
didn't
the
even describe
no,
the shit.
but to the
No.
big feelers, like the
Sir.
people that like the kids, the teenagers that really felt deeply.
Yeah.
Adam Duritz just kind of whiny, sad. Like he just was
He
this
really
kind of
was.
And we're still doing it.
he
He's
is
still
still
totally doing
he is
it.
still, but what I loved about
Yeah.
him is that he didn't take himself so seriously because there
Right.
was still like a little bit of humor. He loves singing pop music. He was great at that. Like that would be
Yeah.
a great pairing, I think.
I think so.
But who were you gonna say?
Well, like to play in the band with them or play on stage with them.
Or to do a show with them? What do you-
Either or.
yeah.
Okay, then I would definitely agree with Counting Crows to play a show with them.
Counting Crows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
love that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I was going to open for anyone, because I do kind of pipes down there.
We're both vocalists, but
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I definitely would not mind, because I've here recently been writing my own music, and I honestly would not mind opening up for Russell.
Okay.
Nobody knows a lot of who he is, but he's like you. He's an independent artist. He came from nothing
Oh
to
wow.
something,
Nice.
and
We'll check him out.
uh he's done now. He's done music with E40, Too Short, Snoop Dogg, Wiz Khalifa, like big names, and
Nice.
he will not sign with a record.
Oh.
So he's very independent rapper, and I know you guys already know what it's like to be independent
Yeah.
and not have like your own record label, but to be a rapper on top of that,
That's hard.
it's hard.
Yeah.
It is, because they try to sell you the shoes and all that shit. They
Yeah.
offer you all this stuff.
Cassie, who would you play with or sing with?
I would open up for the Smiths pre-controversial.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
That's very specific.
Like
Yeah.
or
controversial.
or like if they can get their shit together, then yeah. But like they can't even be in the same room right now, so it's like and Morrissey and I got a bone to pick about some things. So
Okay. Good. You go get him.
or there's a band from BC called it's weird, like it's a weird combination, and they've recently gotten into them. They've got this song that I'm absolutely in love with called Black to Gold, and they're called Dear Rouge. They'd be also fun if I were to get my songwriting together to open up for them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that too.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
This is, like, I gotta say, probably one of my top favorite episodes, just because it's like been counting down with you guys. Like, I know it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah. It was fun. We covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I think we saw a lot
It was funny, like we had done so much that I thought, oh, that was great. And then you go, okay, now we're gonna start to interview. And I was like, oh,
I just felt I knew you're like, oh my god, like
well, I slowly wrote to our son in the other room, like, I love you, thank you for hanging in. We're not gonna be too much longer. I'm super amazing.
yeah, I sensed, I was like, oh, okay,
But that's okay. I did it. But thank you guys for real. This was so great.
This was fabulous.
It's awesome. Like,
Yeah.
we want you to come back. We've got so many different other ideas that we want to do.
Nice.
This podcast is going further. I mean,
I love that. Well, I'll let you know too if we have like special events that we're going to be putting on, or big concerts or whatever.
Definitely.
And then we can come on maybe like with more of a very specific topic of like, hey, we're here to promote this particular thing.
Yes.
That would be fun.
I would love that too.
Great. And
love it.
So when this is done, we can maybe put a link to it for our fans,
Yeah.
our followers. We'll put it all over our socials, and just like, this was a fun thing that we did.
We'll send
Like
it
if
to
you've
you.
got 3 hours and you want to sit around and watch us all bullshit together, or you go
watch this podcast.
I know, right? Oh my God.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I know my mom and Cassie's mom, they're avid watchers.
Nice.
They are.
They definitely have to watch it, I think.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Cool.
we
Right.
definitely have some fans.
I love it. That's great. Well, I know
That's
that
a
there's
good
some of
one.
our fans that will actually listen to this whole dang thing. Like,
I know.
dude, make some
They'll
dinner.
probably geek out
Get ready.
too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's better. Like,
I know that. I know. It's so fun. I love those connections. Before I touch anything that has cat stuff on it or whatnot, I need to get out of here. But
Okay.
yeah.
are you allergic to cats?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What is our broadcast day?
Seeds.
Season 2, episode 2 is over.